Yes, this is kind of embarrassing, but I was encouraged to. At first, I thought I was being reminded. Oh, hi, everybody. At first, I thought I was just being reminded of something I used to do. And I said, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll try to do that again. But it was being reminded me again and again and again. So I thought, oh, maybe I'm supposed to share it. Because I already said, yes, okay, I'm going to do that intent thing. Well, when I first became a member and I went to my first membership lecture that was going to be all day on a Saturday, uh, I I had my ID. I was all excited. I was, you know, I showed my ID card that I'm a member, and the person seeing it yelled at me so loud that I got so embarrassed that I turned. Of course, I'm turning red, and he said, "You can't be a member." He goes, "You're not a member." He just could not believe that I could be a member. I didn't understand that. And and then some lady, I don't know who she was. I didn't know about higher initiates, but she I saw that her presence became really strong. I don't know what she was doing. She looked at the man who was like 50 years old, and in a shag carpet, he moved 3 feet back. And I'm like, how did that happen? At the same time, I'm so embarrassed. Everybody's staring at us. Why he's yelling at me? And so I just went and sat down. But I just said, okay, this is something karmatic. This is a learning lesson. I just need to be indifferent and let it go and not let it hurt my feelings and all that. And I took a deep breath. Everybody and the people that know him, I could tell that they were embarrassed that he had yelled at me for no reason. I don't understand that. And so after maybe a year of being a member, I was encouraged to make talks. And I said, well, I'm too shy for that. I mean, my mind goes blank if I'm, in a, and everybody's staring at me. But they said, no, you need to like share and all this, and part of the process of being a member and all that. And I said, oh, okay, I'll share. So I stood up and I made my little speech or my little lecture. It was just mini ones. They said just start off with little mini of things that interest you, or maybe how you became a member or whatever. And someone in the audience would make a very insulting remark at me. And the person that brought the person, because I don't know who it was, they would get embarrassed that why did you say that? And the person didn't seem to care. They're either sociopathic or psychopathic, but they didn't see that as nothing wrong or embarrassing or considerate. But everybody stared at him like, why would he say that? But the person that did feel very uncomfortable was the person that invited him. Either a lady or man had invited this person. And that happened on and off for a year. And I just wanted to say that I try to be, how do you say, indifference, centered, uh, work around it, thinking, oh, this is some test, this is something karmatic. I'll try to deal with it as much as I can. So finally, one time I said, okay, this is getting a little cuckoo crazy here. So I asked this higher initiate, why is this happening? What's going on there? I mean, do I need to go through this? And she goes, don't look at it as an insult or attack or whatever. What they're doing is deciding to walk in your footsteps. They're deciding to take on your karma and walk in your footsteps. Rather consciously or unconsciously, they've made a bond to do that. Either it's a learning lesson for them or whatever. And when she said that, my intuition or my awareness opened up and said, oh my goodness, they're taking tons of my karma. I mean, all those lives, millions of lives or hundreds of thousands of lives, they're taking on all that karma on them. I didn't realize it. I didn't think of it that way. And I said, oh my goodness, this is scary. So after that, I was I was thinking, maybe I shouldn't even go. I don't want people taking on tons of my karma and all that. And so, but after people calling me up and asking where I was and all that, I said, oh, I'm just taking a little mini break. But then I was very careful what I said or didn't say at these meetings. And, but so this was maybe another year. And then I stopped making those little mini speeches because the people that invited them would be embarrassed that they would say some very rude remark. And so what I did was I had gone to one of the, but I didn't say nothing. I said, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to listen. But something said, say this little saying about the bumblebees, that the scientists do not know how they fly. And I said, oh, but that was in the 70s. This is the 90s. Maybe by now they do know how they fly, because it was considered a mystery of how bumblebees fly, that technically they're not supposed to be able to fly. So I said, I'm not sure about that. And it was almost like either I'm arguing with myself or arguing with somebody. I said, no, I don't want to say that because I don't know, what's the new information on it. But something said, please, you need to say this. And so I said, okay, I said it. When I said it, again, someone said a very rude remark and said, scientists do know how they fly now. And he said it in a very rude and insulting manner. And the person that brought him again, they felt embarrassed that they couldn't believe that he or she said that. And everybody else looked at the person that said it. And then my intuition at that time said, it's to show their true intent of why they're here. And I said, and now everybody knows their true intent of why they're here, because someone that's, on a journey, that they're curious, they're sincere, would not say that. And I thought, oh my goodness, I didn't think of it that way again. So later on, I thought, hey, what if I use this on the darkies? Now that I remembered of it again, that they're taking on, because they're the ones that are making a bond with me and attacking me or playing these silly games or whatever, the chemtrails, whatever. Okay, yeah, they want to take on tons of my karma. Okay. I need a karma vacation. So I just thought, hey, if I have these tons of karma of my own that I'm balancing out, I'm working on them, I'm erasing them, burning them up, I don't need tons of karma from somebody else. I don't need other people's karma. So I would never, say something against them, have something against them. But what I did want to say was that I'm not perfect. The only people that get on my nerves is my own family. They're like, I said, why am I making a karmatic bond with my own family? I should know better. But anyways, so I'm using this karma transfer on the darkies and other things. But of course, I still have to balance myself out. So that was my little sharing experience.
That's good, Ramone. Very, very good. Yes, within the first year or two, I went out and did introductory lectures in 1970, and I was very nervous. There was one other person doing them at the time, and I wasn't quite acquainted with it because I was kind of young in it. But I thought, okay, I'll do it. And I just did it on my own and set up a lecture at a place called Lake Park in Huntington Beach. And did some advertising and flyers around, and 3 people came. I was very nervous, but kept it up and did it for 30 years, etc. So, yeah, it's quite an experience. I really liked it. I look for every opportunity in community rooms, schools, colleges, wherever, libraries. I look for every opportunity to do it. And just like I'm doing now, look for every opportunity, because it's all about waking up. And when the personal self, if there's any attitude with the personal self at all, do you need it? Do you want it? And yes, I had that too, the shyness, the nervousness. And so, you want to get through it? You want to get real, like the sun shining? Or do you want to stay that person? You know, we created this person, and that's all it is, just a creation, like a paper doll cutout. That's all it is, but we cling to it. And yeah, it takes a lot to get through it. So yes, thank you for sharing. It's very important. Yes. Good luck to you. Thank you.